Hi everyone, welcome back to GreyBeard Media, back at Anfield for another video. This one's talking about the stone benches, statues around Anfield. Should we add more statues, one by each stand? In my opinion, I think there should be one. We've got the great Bill Shankly outside the Cop End. We've got Bob Paisley, Emlyn Hughes, that great statue by the club store. Should we have one outside the main stand? SKD stand side, and of course Anfield Road. I think it would be great additions to Anfield for each stand. Mark Burbage, you wanted me to answer a question about the benches, why certain iconic figures aren't on any of the plaques or benches, and I'm going to answer your question in this video also, because this is based on that. I just wanted to add a bit extra with the statues. Mark Burbage, we're going to run the intro and then we'll come back and answer your question and talk also about the statues around each of the stands. If ever there's going to be any more added, I'm going to throw into the hat who I'd love to see here at Anfield. The list is endless. We've got so many icons on this club. Don't forget to click like, share, subscribe. See you after the intro. And welcome back everyone, we are back outside the main stand. Mark, you said, can you inform me why only two managers on the Forever Stones? What about Paisley, Moran, Dalglish, Souness, Evans, Benitez, Klopp, Shankly? Well, I'll answer that now. Quite a few of that list you've said are actually got benches by the main stand. So we'll walk down there first. Obviously we've got our great Stevie G over there. He's got his own bench, and rightly so. Walk down here, we've got John Barnes, the fantastic digger, LSE player 1987 to 1997. The first name you mentioned was Kenny Dalglish. He's got a bench just there. We'll talk about statues because he would be a recognition for me, and we'll talk about that later. So he's got his bench. So is Bob Paisley. Right next to it, just there. He's got his bench also. And he's also got a statue, so same with Bill Shankly. If you walk further down, here's the great man himself, Bill Shankly, and of course he's got the iconic statue by the Cop End. And Billy Little and Alicia Scott further down. So what were the other names you mentioned? Moran, Souness, yeah, their names can be thrown in there. They could have had the plaque also. You know, we had, you know what, meet me by Anfield Road, Forever Stones. Meet me over there, yeah? Just by the Forever Stones Anfield Road stand now. Obviously we've got Joe Bagan, Gerard Houllier, Honest John. Come on, these are massive names. Are you really going to replace them with... I think they deserve to be there, but yeah, there could have been spaces maybe added for Moran, Souness, the others mentioned, William. Tom Watson, he had to be there, of course. And of course, here, Leach, Archibald. I mean, these names here, they should have been on benches, preferably, but the plans were changed. For what reason, I do not know. I only wished all this area looked like the main stand side. Absolutely brilliant. These would look fantastic on top of benches, on top of raised benches. They would have looked brilliant. There would have been such a nice area to match the main stand. I don't know why the plans were changed, only maybe it was cost cutting, I don't know, but Mark, You mentioned some greats there. Some of them have got the benches, so they didn't need another bench here. Moran, yeah, arguably. Evans did so much for the club also, and Graham Souness. Well, I'm going to now move on to statues. I just want you to walk the road with me, and I'm going to throw in some names while we're walking that road, and some managers who I think could have been added, or even put a statue up. Let's walk it. As you could see when you walk the road of the past, there's a lot of people, in my opinion, who could have had benches, plaques, statues placed. So we're going to move on now to the statues of this video. I would love to see one by each stand. Obviously the cop's got Shankly. The main stand kind of has a statue, but I wouldn't really class it as a statue, even though he's the guy who pretty much made this club. John Holding, absolute what a man. His house still over the other side of the stadium there. Let's go and have a look what statues we've got already, and what would your idea of adding? Who would it be? Who would you put by the SKD stand? Who would you put by Anfield Road? Who would you put here? The main stand. It would be, I think it would be an absolute fantastic addition. We've got the Beat Room boys over there. Every single one of them could have had a plaque, bench. Don't get any more famous than that, do they? Obviously the man himself down here, John Holding. This is just Liverpool through and through, you know. History. Champions Wall over there with Bob Paisley proudly stands. John Holding. Plenty of spaces to put a famous statue of an icon outside the main stand. We could even put it on the upper level. Who would you choose? There was Bill Shankly overlooking the Cop End. We'll move on to the SKD stand side. Who would you put there for a statue? So now move round and back to the SKV stand side, and it's an easy choice for me all day long. It's my favourite player. He's managed the club twice. There's definitely a place for him here. A statue, of course, Kenny Dalglish. That's a very easy choice for me, very easy. You might have your own ideas for a statue outside the SKV stand side, but I think with the name, with the stand being named after Kenny Dalglish, I would have a statue of him here too. So let's move around to Anfield Road. Who would we put there? So just outside Anfield Road, where would you put a statue here, and who would it be? My preferably choice would be the understudy of Shankly and Bob Paisley, which is Joe Fagan. But obviously he's got his plaque over there now, so would it be too much to have a statue of Joe Fagan here? Can't really have it by the fire exit, so I'm sure there's a space for him now. But you might have an idea, who would you put here? An iconic statue of an icon, legend, even player. So I mean, that's my choice. That's the easiest choices for me so far, but the main stand I just can't decide. We'll go up there now. On the main stand on the higher level, I'd actually have the statue up here, but I would put it on one of these corner sections there. Obviously you got John Holding right over there, looking at his baby, looking at Anfield, rightly so. Now I have not decided what kind of statue I'd put here of an icon. I really can't think. There's so many. I mean, the names mentioned on the benches, they don't really need statues. I'd have Dalglish by his stand. You've got Ian Rush, does he deserve one? What a career he's had. Just, I have no idea who I'd put here for a statue. But that's where I'd put it, on that corner section, sticking out a little bit. If you've got any ideas, let me know. This is a conversational topic. If it was a player, I would choose Ian Rush, definitely, for what he's done. But Fagan, I would definitely have Fagan as a statue outside the Anfield Road, even though he's got the plaque further up. But main stand, I have no idea on that one. That's a tough one for me, a really tough one. We've got so many, it's hard to choose, so many icons, players. Graham Souness, he has got a plaque, he has a statue or nothing. Same with Ronnie Moran, Evans, they've all done so much. You can mention all the boot room, every single one of them deserves recognition. So that was my video for today, talking about the further stands, the benches. Would you have a statue in front of each stand? I think it would be a nice fitting touch to this fantastic stadium. So I hope you enjoyed that video I did about the further stones, statues. It's a topic. I'd love to see a statue by every stand. Watch the update next when I talk about my adventures around the country following this fantastic club. Don't forget to click like, share, subscribe all. Bye for now. Good to be back.